Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Oke, harusnya udah live seharusnya udah dapat 10 thread. Oke. Wonder King. Oh, tadi Wonder King maksudnya itu Wonder King. Enggak lah, kan udah dapat kok, masuk dapat lagi kecingnya. Udah C3 kok kecingnya. Where is stream? Ganti resolusi. Ganti resolusi. Tadi cuma 720. Kenapa Jamal? Oh, tadi dia kalau ke Jin apa ya? Wonder Jin lucu. Gacha bang. Gacha sih gacha, tapi aku nggak ngincar Wanderernya ya. Itu tuh Faruzan aja, sampai dapat Faruzan stop gitu. Jadi ganti resolusi nanti kak. Nanti aku lupa ganti. Soalnya kan kemarin nggak bisa ini bitrate-nya kan nggak bisa besar tuh. Jadi sekarang udah bisa, ya udah 1080. Ini. Gitu. Ini apa? Aku mau akun quest dulu sih. Mau gacha sekarang apa nanti? Tapi nggak niat gacha. 30 kali gacha. Oke. Gacha yang ngomong cuma satu nggak usah berarti. Kalau ngomong cuma satu, kalau ngomong banyak baru ini lo lupa. 1 2 3. Oke. Banyak yang kalau dikumpulin ya. Dapat sekitar tadi 36 ya. 36 berarti 2800. 1800 ya. Oke. Bang gabut banget, nungguin update deh lah. Ya gimana lagi, nggak bisa apa-apa lagi. Gacha yang ngomong cuma Asoka, yang lain nggak ngomong, nggak usah berarti. Udah tertukar kan udah. Paling daily dulu sih, daily dulu lah ya. Nggak baca. Nggak waca, typonya lucu dong, nggak waca. Red off. Malah dapat kecing C3. Gak usah gacha bang, Wandera gitu. Sino V2 yang benar. Memang aku nggak tertarik Sino, nggak ya, Sino nggak tertarik, Wandera nggak tertarik. Maksud tuh biasa aja. Tapi aku mau koleksi bintang 4-nya. Ini banyak yang online jadi. Tapi ada emot cuci, berarti agak meragukan sih. Tapi dari skillnya tadi menarik kayaknya, dari baca talentnya menarik sih. Wonder tuh Xiao Vitu. Xiao, ya sih kayak lebih mirip ke Xiao sih. Karena kalau skillnya bisa mempermudah explore juga kan. Ya sekarang cuma disini. Aku rate berapa? Kayak rate kecil deh. 15 apa ya? Rasanya 15. Ya kan 15. Lah kalau kata anime kenapa lah kalau kata anime? Kenapa lawan main charge attack? Oh iya yang benar main charge attack, bukan main normal attack kayak Yoimi ya. Mati dah kalian. Banyak banget mati. Ya tahu aku belum punya. Gak ada nyuruh gacha, berarti nggak usah, berarti nggak usah gacha, disimpan aja. Pokoknya monolit. Oke. Kalau yang balon agak susah ya, karena kalau balon tuh ini. Mana kejaran Nahida tuh yang nggak jauh ya. Salah arah. Aku di Mau ya ampun. Mati momennya. Coba nanti temenin gue GA giveaway maksudnya.
Delve into destiny. Everyone hold hands.
Coba nanti temenin gue GA 1 blessing bang karena 8 sudah sub. Oh giveaway, bener giveaway. Maksudnya temenin tuh gimana?
I see everything. Let me scry.
Lu kapan giveaway bang? Dulu udah pernah tapi menurut aku giveaway tuh masih bingung aku siapanya itu gimana. Kalau giveaway itu takutnya ini ada penonton yang memang tujuannya kan untuk dengan tujuan sih. Kalau tujuannya ini kan apa buat penonton lama, berarti yang lama doang yang boleh ikut ibaratnya. Kalau tujuannya buat nyari penonton baru, berarti nanti yang lama bisa jadi nggak dapet yang udah lama nontonin gitu maksudnya. Jadi tergantung sih, masih bingung aku giveaway apa. Giveaway motor mana Tor? Giveaway kata 4.000 series, let's go nanti lu bang, amin.
Delve into destiny.
Berapa ya harganya, berapa ya?
Everyone hold hands.
Mati beneran dong, tak kira nggak mati.
Shadows of fate.
Mati, kena siram. Gratis kalau maling. Oh, mati. Terus judulnya jangan pakai giveaway. Iya kan, karena kadang itu orang tujuannya apa dulu. Kalau misalnya tujuannya buat mengapresiasi penonton lama kan berarti ibaratnya buat subs only atau member only malah bahkan itu. Kalau mau buat viewer lama iya sih, tapi kan pasti kita bakal ngomong ya, tapi nggak tahu juga ya. Iya sih, masih bingung aku sih ini kan. Gitu.
Delve into
Saya ganti ini dulu ya. Cepet ya sebenarnya rancuknya. 10 kaset aja giveaway-nya boleh, tapi masih lama sih. Kalau aku hitung sih sehari itu kalau di kata-kata sih sehari itu nambahnya satu. Kalau di channel aku ya, aku hitung lihat sih namanya satu gitu tiap hari. Aku nggak tahu kapan. Iya sih. Ya tahu lah ya, aku masih belum kepikiran aja gitu. Bahkan kalau bisa giveaway itu jangan ini apa, jangan blessing, jangan yang non fisik lah. Kalau bisa tuh malah fisik terus ada identitasnya, misalnya giveaway stick, misalnya stick ada tanda tangan lah minimal, atau ada logo channel kita kan, jadi lebih lebih berarti gitu, ada kenang-kenangannya. Tapi kalau kayak non fisik kayak blessing atau apa, ibaratnya cuma hilang aja gitu, nggak ada kenang-kenangannya, suatu saat akan lupa. Wih, angka cantik 212 ini Wiro Sableng ya. Giveaway voucher minum ya, tapi makanya di mana? Kan makanya cuma di sini di Palembang. Ibaratnya kan bukan aku yang punya Maidom. Kalau aku yang punya Maidom secara keseluruhan mungkin bisa.
Let me scry. Decided by destiny.
Nah, daily itu sekarang kegampangan ya. Gitu. Kalau giveaway tuh pengen sesuatu yang berkesan gitu loh. Kalau aku sih gitu, pinginnya ya. Atau ini apa kayak action figure gitu, action figurnya Genshin atau apa gitu kan bagus gitu. yang nggak umum lah gitu. Tapi kalau blessing kan semua orang bisa dapat, bisa beli gitu. Bentar hilang loh, dia ngilang kemana? Bang, ada kejadian lucu. Kayak kejadian lu di, oh lu, aku di manifest. Kenapa? Kejadian apa? Bang, aku ada kejadian apa? Kejadian apa? Mau kejadian lu? Lu itu maksudnya aku kan bukan lucu kan maksudnya.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Well, thank you for Ad Astra.
Aduh, udah sendawa nggak ada. Gak jadilah, gimana? Aku mau interlude dulu. Interlude-nya di mana? Oke, mulai deh. Quest. Kapan questnya mulai deh? 20 menit, 10 menit. Jika 30 menitan sih sama gacha tadi. Baru mulai. Jadian apa nih kah? Kalau di sini kita bakal ketemu dengan Wanderer dan Akuzan deh.
Serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? That's a Taurus Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict...
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that.
Gimana?
It's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
Sumardi tobat, Karuzan nongol. Sumardi siapa?
I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only
Kejadian
reason
lucu
I
bang,
came
oh
to
lucu,
you.
tak kira kejadian aku. Kan dia mau sesi akte berdarah. Akte berdarah itu maksudnya gimana? Oke, langsung jelasin. Akte berdarah itu adalah tumbalin orang buat gacha akte. Tumbalin orang tuh maksudnya gimana? Kalau bagus 4/5 di bunga atau di bulu jangan cepet. Kalau ampas bakalan di time out sama dia. Oh nggak, kok bingungin? Dia lucu bahkan dia mau sesi akte berdarah. Akte berdarah itu tumbalin orang buat gacha akte. Kalau bagus 4/5 di bunga atau di bulu, jangan oke. Dapat kebal seminggu. Kebal seminggu itu kebal dari apa? Kebal seminggu itu kebal dari apa? Kalau ampas bakal time out, oke. Time out itu random berarti. Kan sebelum bertobat, sebelum tobat Sumardi, habis tobat jadi Wawan. Oh Sumardi siapa? Ya kamu jadi Sumardi jauh loh. Kalau Wanderer ke Wawan oke lah.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the drop...
Lagi-lagi, kalau ganti scene ada yang belum di-render. Belum dibenerin.
That's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business.
Oh, kebal seminggu
Maybe it
dari
really is
time
just
out.
Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Kebal seminggu dari time out. Tapi kalau nggak ngapa-ngapain juga nggak bakal di time out kan?
Great.
Oh, maksudnya kalau ngata-ngatain gitu ya.
Suna mystery is all about.
Harusnya ini kalau dapat bagus apa namanya? Jadi jadi moderator seminggu gitu. Lebih berkesan dari moderator, ada
I guess I'll go
obengnya.
with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono.
Kabuki
If only
Mono.
we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Ya ini datang, kamu cari aku. Kalau kamu cari pengawal ya aku orangnya.
Oh, you're the...
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe
Kalau
us?
lanjut saya aku akan pergi saja.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great... This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious
Putih ya,
silver-haired
gitu.
companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so... Traveler.
Itu kayak nyindir banget deh. Kami jarang keluar jadi jarang bersosialisasi, itu nyindir banget gak sih? Dengar kamu bisa menyepan dengan cepat sesuatu.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it.
Dan kejadian lucunya itu sekarang kalau dia mau numbulin orang lewat yang putaran. Oh, putaran itu, tapi alangkah repotnya nulisin nama gak sih?
I see.
Tahu putaran kayak apa sih, kayak gacha itu kan maksudnya. Tapi bukannya lama ngetikinnya.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's.
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm...
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Dan dikira orang-orang yang baru datang tuh ngadain giveaway. Emang judulnya apa? Oh, karena ngelihat. Oh alah. Karena ngelihat apa sih, kayak putaran gacha gitu ya. Jadi dikan giveaway lah. Terus gimana? Ya kata yang baru nonton, yang baru datang.
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to
Oh, ini
destroy
cerita
it
ini
and
benar, ini
killed his
cerita
servant
sekarang.
Katsuragi. Why?
Rip Lord
Well,
Rangga. Lord
no
Rangga
one
siapa?
knows. Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems
Halo
to be
Bang, halo
an
Liu.
Inazuma word for an
Baik kah
eccentric
kabarnya,
stranger.
udah mau gacha
Someone
beneran
who
nggak?
dresses funny
Atau mau
or
digacain?
acts in an unusual...
That's right.
Kamu tadi kalah cut off si Jamal dan dia udah hilang.
This kabuki mono lived in
Itu Lord Rangga beneran apa? Lord Rangga siapa?
And shortly afterwards, as
Apa
Akaba
tuh kata
mentioned,
Andika?
things
Dan
got
pas
pretty
dia di
ugly.
nama orangnya, gacha orang itu ampas, kemudian di time out. Dan pas dia di nama orangnya, gacha orang itu ampas, orang yang di nama itu ampas, kemudian di time out dia. Lo kenapa? Lo jam malam masih ada kabur. Lagi tiduran sama Sekarang musuh. Aku sama Fauzan. Kata orang-orang iya. Maksudnya tuh mending Rangga yang mana? Rangga film gitu. Apa yang mana nih? Canda apa beneran apa gimana nih? Hilang lagi deh, siapa hilang? Demek beneran gak sesuai ekspektasi. Oh iya kah? Aku nggak niat gacha soalnya. Cuma niat Fauzannya aja buat koleksi. Ya betul lah, cuma Tuhan sih.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get...
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it... It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Apa tuh? Mengelonin anak orang Dia enak dikelonin. Apa tuh kan beneran mirip kayak Xiao, wajar lah dia baca segitu. Aku nggak punya Xiao, nggak punya Wanderer, jadi diem tok, nggak bisa komentar. Tapi menurut aku Xiao sama Wanderer lebih enakan Wanderer sih. Karena dari segi explore kan lebih enak dia. Mungkin untuk explore paling enak Wanderer kali. Untuk sekarang.
Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are two missing people?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaida.
Oh iya, kalau nggak salah quest ini harus dikerjain harus ngerjain questnya Kazuha dulu. Jadi kalau mau quest Interlude ini harus Kazuha dulu. Harus quest Kazuha dulu. Kan di akun satu lagi nggak bisa karena belum Kazuha.
Taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaitahara clip.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Kami belum banget sih di boneka. Oh, mulai nggak kakak sekarang mas atau apa? Caranya mau kan lebih OP kalau main action, betul. Makanya talentnya Wawan kan apa sih, nambahin reaksi, apa nambahin buff gitu kan elemental skillnya. Kan mau
A puppet?
mungkin gue nih benar-benar seharusnya memainkan sama dia jadi. Ini kata pasti itu boleh tapi apa yang dikatakan gitu maksudnya.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your
Supaya mana dia untuk ngunduk.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exact.
Alah, nggak panjangnya males bacanya sih. Lagi bapak tentang itulah ya. Pilihan 3. Pulau awan gelap.
Oh, and please read my essay draft
Kayaknya
as well.
GG Xiao plus Moonechan 6. Nggak tahu ya. Nggak, maksud aku tuh lebih enak Wanderer tuh dalam segi explore, bisa terbang kan. Itu maksud aku, bukan dari metanya, dari spiralnya. Alah banyak ya. Ini harusnya bisa dibaca ulang sih nanti sih. Panjang loh.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining
Nanti demi
everything
Wanderer
away
lu
with
bapak jadi
mysterious
loh.
forces will cut it.
Oh bisa di-infuse ya? Emang iya bisa? Harusnya nggak bisa sih kan? Nggak tahu juga.
Oh, how about if I plug
Ada
the
yang
holes in
katalis nggak sih?
Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty
Nggak,
sure you've
tidak.
gone from
Dia
essay to
menjadi kenapa?
guessay
Ini
there.
penulis.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting,
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do.
Kujo
so we'll
saya
have to
kayaknya
say
dia
goodbye
nggak
for
pernah
now.
rerun
Good
sejak
luck with your
rilis.
essay.
Pernah kalau nggak salah sekali deh, singkat aku, tapi aku lupa ingat juga sih. Aku nggak terlalu ingat dengan Kujo saya karena nggak suka juga. Dari segi desain biasa aja, dari segi buff agak repot kan. Harus C6 kan kalau nggak salah. Apa ya, lupa pokoknya harus C2 atau C berapa gitu. Nggak pakai juga soalnya kan Kujo saya selalu sama Raden Shogun kemarin kan, apa ya kemarin ya? Kemarin nggak ada sih, lupa.
All right, thank you. If you find
Entah, tak ingat. Iya, aku juga lupa.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about. Okay, then
Tuh kan nggak
even if
render
we
lagi
did know
masih deh.
something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point
Utau menolak Riran. Nggak, abis ini Riran kok Utau. Tunggu aja. Nah kan nggak di render lagi, kesel deh.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by over there. It looked like
Kok bentuknya kayak seolah-olah bentuk tuh kayak benda. Maksudnya dia seperti gitu loh.
volunteer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Oke. Ayo lihat katanya. Ayo kita lihat itu siapa gitu. Itu Pak Tani bukan gitu kata Paimonnya. Kata Paimon kayaknya tuh si Pak Tani deh. Kok dia bisa keluar gitu. 3.4 Lik Bandara Huto Senhe Ala Hitam Ganju. Ya lah banyak amat ya. Oh atau ya. Ya bisa auto sensei hal hitam ganju siawialan. Ada 6. Bisa jadi 3.4 ada 3 fase lagi kayak 1.3 apa ya? Jadi jadi nahida dia.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Nah tuh kayaknya nggak bakal ada karakter baru 3.4. Biasa kalau ada karakter baru selalu dikirim fotonya kayak sekarang. Bener sih. Harusnya sih Senin atau Selasa kemarin itu ada ini ya. Iya ya, harusnya ada apa sih ibaratnya drip marketing ya. Paling nanti deh tunggu seminggu 2 minggu deh kalau misalnya nggak ada ibaratnya drip marketingnya, berarti memang nggak ada karakter baru. Atau bisa jadi surprise kan tiba-tiba pas live streaming nanti ada gitu.
Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a
Dan dia
deal.
akan melakukan
And he's
pendidikan di
gonna do some
Irminsul.
investigation in Irminsul.
Gacha baru 2 yang bilang gacha, belum banyak kan, baru leak osowak atau osoka. Hei,
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
karena Paimon dan MC sudah beberapa kali ketemu sama Sekarang, apalagi yang udah main dari 1.0.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself.
Jangan GR aja.
Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Bisa jadi fase 1 Hutayam sudah ganju xiao. Ya itu. Maksudnya nggak ada yang pasti sih, bisa jadi tiga banner lagi, tapi kayaknya 3 banner udah nggak lagi sih. Tapi kasihan Al Hitam yang katanya 3.4 gak jadi. Tapi nggak tahu lah ya.
Well, that
Tunggu seminggu 2 minggu deh.
Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day
Ya,
you see people
Ariel,
questioning the
kamu
god of
dapat
wisdom's
apa-apa.
judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us. As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal, even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a
Melupakan
deal
dengan
with the
daftar. Iya.
doctor.
Jadi politiknya banyak ya di sini.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of
Tapi
time.
Nahida nggak mau ngasih tahu. Masih tabu.
The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Waduh, kata Jenny kenapa Deepwood belum tamat muncul domain baru, malah bagus buat cookie pula. Pindah kosan bang. Oh alah.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention
Membuangmu
of
layaknya
welcoming
sampah.
back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you.
Ini katanya bagus
Most
sih.
human relationships are this
Ini,
way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of... So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you.
Gue baru sadar loh kalau sekarang musuh tangannya cuma sebelah
Even
jarinya.
I have to admit,
Mau jari apa?
I'm
Telapak
not
tangannya.
worth quite what I used to be.
Iya sih juga, iya.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
Hari gini masih main cookie Rider Full M lah. Kalau dia horny sama cookie ya nggak
I
apa-apa.
think these two have made their objection to
Ada
that
di
idea
tangannya, tapi
fairly
nggak ada.
clear. Don't you?
Halo bang,
And they're
siang,
your
saya pure
friends.
baru.
So I guess you'll be
Namanya
siding
kok
with them.
ada ER-nya sih. XL aja namanya. Salam kenal bang, salam kenal juga. Kalau main Genshin aku subscribe, kalau nggak nanti dapat cici loh. Subscribe aja biar aman dari cici gitu. Maksa soalnya. Berarti kedua orangnya sudah menyelesaikan kebatan, maka cukup jelaskan dan mami jadi perasaan punya.
Yeah, obviously. Nihira, don't listen to
Saya newbie
him.
pemain Genshin bang. Oh yang bener. Kapan pertama kali bikin akun? Kapan pertama kali main?
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to
Baik kita
cooperate
bisa
today.
hari ini. Gak live pen. Oh udah live streamer juga ya. Udah berarti dia main Genshin berarti.
All right. Then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now and keep in touch. Nihira, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision.
Aku ini demi kebaikan aku. Kok aku gitu.
As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today.
Ini
So,
Pak
do you
Emon
have an
ngeles.
update on that?
Kenapa Ike? Iya Ike nge-P kenapa? Pusing mau ngasih nama apa ke si boneka angin? BTW halo bang, halo. Boneka angin yang ngasih nama. Emang namanya bisa diketik gitu? Nanti dulu baru balik ngampus. Oh baru pulang kuliah. Kuliah tuh lagi semesteran gak sih? Belum ya? Soalnya adik aku lagi kuliah.
You may remember me
Semesteran deh.
mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information
Kalau dia bohong
and
sama
should
kamu.
be able to find. Exactly. Or what if Paimon just doesn't trust him? He's treated us as enemies every time we
Nanti
run
dulu
into
buat
him.
beraksi. Oh iya kan, jangan spoiler tapi pusing mau kasih nama apa. Tapi bisa di skip kan? Apa masa dipaksa nggak bisa keluar dulu gitu?
I understand. But sometimes everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Iya, Primo Jam.
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing.
Bener, aku
A feeling
sendirian.
of being all alone in the dark, searching for the
Konsol
one
terbang,
candle whose
konsol
light still
terbang.
burns.
Mana masa namanya jam?
As
Oh iya bisa
Sumeru's
diketik
deity,
manual ya,
it
bukan
is my
pilihan gitu.
responsibility to be on
Tidak
guard
manual.
against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Paimon's still worried about this idea. I was going to contact you about
Mereka
that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a
bisa di rename lagi nggak
connection.
nanti namanya tuh? Kalau kayak MC kan bisa di rename lah ibaratnya, walaupun dari voice-nya disebutnya Traveler kan. Nggak bisa pakai nama, setahu aku nggak bisa deh pakai nama itu. Kalau nggak salah ya. Konsol terbang aja bagus kok konsol.
In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the
Terbatas
task I
dari
assigned.
syaratnya. Syaratnya terbatas.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him,
Dengan nggak
it
punya
would put my mind at... Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Oh mati sama
Great. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport...
lah masuk domain dong berarti. Oh, iya. Ganti.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Ya lebih terang.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Kasih Aiden ya, kasih Aiko, kasih aku. Kok namanya aku? Hujan nggak sih? Kalau nggak hujan, pengen buka jendela, buka pintu lagi sih. Petani aja sih namanya.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that...
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so...
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put this. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides. But it is essential that you remain calm after entry.
Aku
This is
mengerti.
as much for your own
Oh,
safety as anything
Rimono
else.
kok keren namanya. Mbak bantu domain. Oh, domain apa? Keke. Halo Keke. Namanya baru tuh Keke. Ramah, tapi tidak ramah. Karat. Mati dong.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after. Per my agreement
Bener
with
sih.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more...
If there are no further objections, I suggest we. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare
Udah
yourselves?
prepare. Namanya orang gila. Orgil.
Ugh, the snark
Nggak
on this
bisa
guy.
kasih. Aku sayang
It's
sama person.
unbearable.
Anak buangan.
We can start now.
Petani aja namanya udah. Udah pakai sekarang saja. Nggak bisa pakai nama sekarang kamu setahu aku. Aku nggak bisa. Ada beberapa nama yang nggak bisa.
Ugh, darn it. Come on, let's catch up with him.
Nih dia menghilang. Itu domain kan apa cutscene? Domain sih harus masuk.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here
Atau mau
means something.
dipertimbangkan lagi? Bisa bang tadi ada tulisan yakin? Oh, aku nggak tahu ya. Tahu aku nggak bisa sih.
Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching.
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Kayak ini sih.
Stay close.
Kacamata San.
Don't go
Halo
running
bang,
off.
halo Rezi. Gaple bisa lawan player. Gaple bisa lawan playeran bang. Gaple. Oh gaple nggak tuh. Kaketue. Kok gaple bisa lawan player?
Hey, so
PVP bisa, tapi nggak ada hadiahnya.
go running off in here. What would happen?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you.
Gaple nggak tuh. Ini tembok kan harusnya. Oh iya kan tembok, nggak bisa kesana. Nunggu orang buka judi. Oh judi aja, jangan sampai sih.
Baffling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of
Nah,
information.
kalau judi nanti
from
pasti
inside
disalahgunakan,
Irminsul.
jangan sih.
Be careful not to touch them.
Jangan sentuh. Ini masih quest gaple. Quest gaple ya ampun. Nanti deh quest gaple besok deh.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
In the
Is
tube.
he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Ya Paimonnya ribut sendiri deh. Oh iya bang, kenapa oh iya bang?
We're here.
Ternyata sekarang mus gak bisa ya kan? Gak bisa.
What a huge tree!
Ini pesan yang di sini. Sekarang C. Ya, pokoknya nggak bisa nama yang nggak bisa sama persis, nggak bisa nama yang dipakai zaman
Lesser Lord
nggak
Kusanagi.
bisa dipakai nama yang sudah dia pakai dulunya.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Nggak
Then
juga.
please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
Untuk hidup dia baru melawan dan dia kayaknya bagus juga kerja di Jepang, mungkin dia pernah di mencari apa
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Oh bolong tuh bawahnya ya ampun.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Ini adalah
Yes.
cerita pasti.
I've also invited Paimon.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Memang tidak mau aku mengganggu banget dia.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us
Ini
talking
spoiler,
like this
no
once in a
spoiler,
while.
jangan baca ini ya, apa? Dengar suaranya aja atau baca live chatnya aja.
Paimon's never tried this before. Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction?
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Gitu. Dan
Well done. Smart and attentive as all.
nah aku berapa kali mau oh ya kemarin.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Dan juga bisa terluka lemah kalau iyalah Paimon.
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Bener, Paimon kan nggak ngerti deh.
Created by the Electro
Nice
Archon.
banget. Iya.
Speaking of puppets,
Udah 26 deh baru
people at
kita 40 menitan nambah 6 giga.
about a
Lambat sih.
message. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono.
really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like
Menurut
lots
saya
of
masih nggak jelas sih,
Tatarasuna's
kebanyakan
history is still unexplained. And most of it.
Kamu kita nanya saya itu terus. Oke yang tadi ya.
Oh, how interesting.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Memang disabotase.
Tataris
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having.
Masih
Funny
gitu,
how all the good
guys.
ones
Kenapa
happen
semua hal
when
baik
I'm
jadi
not
kalau
involved.
aku yang tidak terus dalamnya aja. Bener sih. Bang main game Sky Children of the Light bang. Kayak pernah dengar tapi aku belum coba, belum tahu. Aku kalau dikasih nama Paimon gak mau. Oh iya.
What makes you think we're talking to?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the
Kita
topic
punya
of
untuk
said
menghasilkan
conversation.
sesuatu.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So,
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up though. You and your twin
Aku
come from
datang
outside
dari
this world.
jadi aku tidak kaget
It wouldn't
kalau aku
surprise me if there was
tidak
nothing on.
wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway,
dan
you're world
kamu tuh
famous.
terkenal
it'd be more
lebih aneh
surprising
kalau
if I didn't know a few things about you.
kita ngobrol sama kamu tuh capek deh, tapi kelakuanmu lebih baik daripada yang itu juga.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can
Aku
manage.
masih bisa. Aduh bang, betul. Aku udah pernah main. Oke.
Huh?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What
Heeh.
could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey,
Ano
don't you
menos
forget
data.
the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Cutscene.
Mr. Niwa,
Oh,
are you
enggak.
certain this is worth the risk? We are talking
Oh,
about
ini masalah yang
Tatara
sekarang,
Suna's
Bos.
furnace after all. It may not pay to act
Yang dia lagi
rashly.
selesai lama sih.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Suaranya
Is that so?
kan suaranya kayak aku tahu. Nah itu nih ada sound lagi pula dia juga sebuah seni isi. Kan.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You
Ah,
have
akhirnya
shown
dia
me
jadi
great
ini ya, ada model
hospitality,
3D-nya.
as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed
Apa?
everyone else.
Tuh apa? Buyutannya Kazuha. Aku kan.
Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are, as I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much
Tapi
of the
ngomongnya
evil
siapa nih?
that
Nggak
plagued
liatin orangnya.
Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of
Pembuangan
safely
crystal
disposing
marrow.
crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some
Ternyata kalau kita ngasih nama
world-renowned,
MC,
others unknown.
ternyata kalau kita ngasih nama
All
MC,
passing
kita
on their
ada
legacy.
dialognya. Maksudnya ada dialog gimana?
Skills, blood,
Oh, baru
dreams.
diliatin.
Every
Orang
smith brought into
konten.
this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale.
Jadi ada dialog baru.
You allowed Akame to take all the
Dialognya
credit for
tuh
a
jadi
method that you
kamu
jointly developed.
Oh, berarti
Sold
detail
it to
juga
me.
ya.
And now
Ininya apa
every
namanya?
piece of ore here is smelted using the new
Apa sih
technique.
Genshin-nya apa Hoyoverse-nya bikinnya? Tapi bisa exit dulu nggak sih? Maksudnya tuh kalau misalnya belum mau ngasih nama sekarang gitu.
Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
so. You say, Escher.
Sure.
Is this really the truth?
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue, and recently,
Oh, berantem kan.
as you well know,
Meninggal karena
someone
kecelakaan
died
juga,
because of that
kematian.
strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the golden. But that doesn't phase you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Dia juga sudah
Mikoshi
tahu.
Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly
Satu bang
seeks to
Wanda
redeem his
Vincent
family's honor,
enak bet.
an abundance of
Namanya
caution is
literally
well
namanya
advised.
Wan juga dong. Kurang tahu ya, aku belum punya Wawan. Wawan aku belum punya. Namanya Wan atau War? Iya Wan kan. Baru dapat. Iya tapi aku nggak punya Wonder jadi nggak tahu. Ya kalau bintang 4 ya paling Winsit apa sih? Kalau menurut aku sih iya sih Winsit sih salah satunya karena kan crit damage kan. Soalnya Wanderer tuh nggak gitu main IM gak sih? Nggak terlalu IM gak sih? Tapi nggak tahu lah ya. Aku belum punya soalnya. Tinggal cari crit rate-nya aja kalau pakai Wawan Wawan pakai Wanderer. Aku Wanderer sih kan sih. Wawan pakai Winsit lah. Iya, gitu maksudnya. Ini masalah gitu.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little...
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat?
Enough, Escher.
Loading apa gitu?
I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my
Judging from the look in your
Look at
eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Mencurigakan sih. Angle-angle-nya kan.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
Kan.
You.
Tapi nggak diliatin.
You.
Tapi nggak diliatin. Iyalah.
You're a little smarter than I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start.
Berarti questnya ini berlanjut ke Fontaine ya
It's a
berarti.
long
Inazuma.
journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
Oke, dari mana?
And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek into...
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. This makes no sense.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
Dokternya masih begini.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Setelah dia bilang The Doctor, baru dengar suaranya kayak mirip bener ya dengan The Doctor ini.
That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with... My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagama, he has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa. Already dead.
Jangan loh, udah mati. Kok kalimatnya begitu sih? Apa sih macam berhasil membuat playernya kesel gitu loh ibaratnya.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade.
Oh, jahat ya. Oke. Kan, ayo lo sekarang mau gimana setelah melihat kenangan itu setelah melihat itu.
Hey, are you alright?
Tapi MC sama kita bisa ngeliat juga.
Dottore. Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor?
Dia mau jadi
Did he turn into a
dia
mechanic
dalam
from
daging
Fontaine?
sensasinya. Iya.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it?
Yang benar.
But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace.
Itu ketungku.
You know very well what that means.
Nyatanya adalah kebohongan yang dia kisah. Makanya berada pada dokter. Iya kayaknya. Kepenglihatan itu seperti itu. Kayaknya ada dalam jasinya terus dia.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Iya.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon.
Iya, karena dia nggak, karena Paimon nggak tahu.
Perhaps you needed to learn, so now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment. The balladeer became the main test. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have..." The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took the mechanic, removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing. But he thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow.
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned.
Yang itu tinggal kalau seorang teman dekat yang menginginkan ujian saat yang ada di balik pesona untuk membalas dendam pada kadang.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dia tertasina. Oke, tunggu apa?
Dottore, you brazen-faced. Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Baru selesai apa deh kan? Selesai ujian apa selesai jam berapa selesai quest? Halo Darren. Pas kemudian bagus. Awal agak bosannya sih, tapi pas sini mulai bagus. Seluruh selesai quest, tekan seluruh quest. Jangan spoiler. Kalau Darren percaya sih aku.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be
teman dia
your
ngomong
friend.
begitu. Dia cuma tidak ingin berencana bersama.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Suara lebih tenang sekarang dibandingkan sebelumnya.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff?
That's why we're here. But
Gamenya
unfortunately,
lumayan.
there's no
Aku
information
belum tahu
about the
sih. Belum
descenders
sentuh
in
aku.
Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Ini gue sedikit sih. Oh ya kah?
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Intinya dia memang ada kemungkinan begitu sih, tapi
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end.
Huh? About what?
Coba deh kalau udah selesai. Apa tuh? Quest yang mana? Quest ini atau quest kartu?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul.
Ya,
It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Utamanya ketika dunia.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens respond?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria and lived with your brother for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case,
Mau
I'll take
sendirian
some
tuh.
time for my...
Mau sendirian nggak tuh? Dikeluarin.
What have you done?
Pengen sih sekarang tapi bokek prime masih bisa lah, masih awal patch juga. Atau juga apa beneran 20 hari alias 3 minggu.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question. Give me your hand.
Mencurigakan sih tapi PT 20 ya bisa.
Can you hear my voice inside?
Mencuci otak ya.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At
Bisa
most,
telepati.
all I can. So tell me, in this world, is it possible?
It's
to
ever
change
gitu
the
masalah.
past?
Oh, dia minta tolong tapi nggak mau orang lain tahu ya. Kayaknya nggak bisa deh. Ah, tanya soal itu.
Done.
Selesai.
What the?
Dan Salman dulu.
Happened?
Nothing.
Oh tuh,
I was
dan
just thanking her for
pakai
helping me.
3.4 al hitam dan apakah 3 al hitam? Nah, aku udah buram menunggu dia marketing tapi nggak ada. Iya, kalau nggak ada tuh mungkin memang nggak ada atau nunggu nanti atau langsung nanti pas sudah live streaming, dikasih tahu. Iya, kita nggak tahu lah rencananya Hoyoverse kayak apa. Kalau wajahnya tadi apa ragu tapi cuma karena aku misalnya tadi karena tadi.
So long.
Kok ke skip
I
sendiri?
suggest you get yourselves out of here.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Yo, mau kemana? Aku mau buat burger dulu Bang Hamid. Oh silakan. Buat burger.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to
Nah,
exist.
3 nama ini sekarang Balladeer, Kabukimono tuh nggak bisa dipakai.
Those who
namanya.
died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like
Aku
insects.
benci sama
Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than
Oh
to
mungkin ini
stamp them out
alasan
like the pests
elemental
they
burstnya ya suka injek-injek ya.
But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything...
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find...
Come on, where to find him? Kemana ya tapi Pak Imam? Cutscene ya? Ya sih cutscene sih harusnya.
Oh no.
Oh enggak ada, kayak cutscene dong.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nihida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
Ah ini pakein di rumah nih, putus nih
It
koneksi.
was the Balladeer's fault. He should...
Oh jangan semua dari badan itu.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his ability?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to...
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. Even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and...
Oh langsung keluar, kira ikutin beneran. Aduh. Oh udah 2 jam. Baru sejam. Nah, di mana?
We're out, and we're at
In.
an inn or something.
In on something.
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will
Tidak bisa, aku
disturb
juga mau
you.
bantu. Aku bisa bantu apa?
I'm sorry, but this...
An emergency? How bad is it?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor
Kan,
disturbances,
kan
it
saat
won't lead to a disaster.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the balladeer meant?
Kan gue inget sama tadi kecepatan. Terus pertanyaan si Baladri tadi memang agak aneh sih. Gue jelasin ini dan kenyataan kita harus buat ya sudah kata nggak usah disebut. Udah orang berarti
He wants to change the past? But surely that's
susah sih
impossible.
pastinya.
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened over. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Nama bagus.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling?
Mungkin dia mau
Paimon's so
menghapus
confused.
keadaan dia sendiri. Pecahkan Paimon sih.
Sorry, Paimon accidentally. But erasing yourself
Itu
from
ada maksudnya apa sih
history?
itu kenapa pecah?
It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Tidak tahu juga tapi mungkin aja.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected...
Itu Baladri masa menghapus keadaannya dari musuh banyakkan dengan semuanya akan imbasnya suka dibayang oleh diri sendiri. Kemudian terus melakukan yang terkait dengan kalian akan juga akan jangan hilang.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on... Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But... So...
Gimana kalau kita boleh makan sesuatu
We
kalau nggak
list
pas
all our
lihat
favorite
mungkin
foods
sama.
to take our... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack and Dragon chili chicken. Almond toast. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp.
Semuanya aja Paimon. Itu jadi apa? Tiba-tiba jadi ganti hari. Nggak tiba-tiba time skip.
What do we... Paimon was, talking?
Kamu belum khawatir terus kamu mulai melakukan sekarang.
Talking about?
Halo bang, aku sampai quest juga. Silakan.
Is that a food too?
Lah,
Weird name?
udah hilang dong berarti. Kan? Enggak ingat mana dia. Artinya dia benar. Terima kasih. Tapi aku bisa gitu ya kayak yang seperti.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it so? The balladeer. Is that someone's name? Cause...
Hanya benar aja aku harus tahu apa. Aku harus tahu apa yang berubah masih ini ya.
Okay, sure. Where are we
Cuma
going?
kemarin aja.
Huh? Fine by Paimon,
Ini
but
dia.
is everything
Ini waktu
okay?
menjelaskan. Loh, kok bagus questnya. Dia akan curang bicara dengan Almina Tombo. Oh alah, jauh sekali. Entah aku buka pintu dulu ya, karena hujannya dan berhenti. Itu juga lagi nggak ada yang nonton ya.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Udah, halo juga. Bagian ambil nama tunggu.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't the once renowned Raiden Gokuden.
Berarti dia masih
Comprised
ingat.
of the art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the... If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he fought...
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now!
Abang berarti nggak hilang
I
hati.
learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too! It seems like such a shame.
That, my friend... In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, there is no harm in telling you. But I must warn you, the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a...
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose
Seorang
not to flee,
pemberani. Oh,
but he rushed to
nama
the
Balodera
scene,
diganti dengan seseorang
hoping
yang
to prevent a disaster.
Nah kan enak apa?
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his anger. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones.
Udah kan itu berubah. Ada yang lain yang menyangkal bisa. Karena ada bagian sesuatu dengan sesuatu tapi sepertinya tetap.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke.
Dia masih eksis nggak tuh? Dan dia masih kasih yang aku kenal sepertinya situ tidak berdua yang banyak supermarket lagi.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next stop. Lead the way.
Oh makanya disuruh quest Kazuha dulu sebelum kesini ya, sebelum ke questnya ini, interlude-nya. Harusnya quest Ayaka juga harus dong berarti. Atau ya tergantung ini siapa aja ketemunya.
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Kayak suaranya nggak beda.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid...
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close...
We'll be heading in then.
Thanks juga nggak tuh. You welcome kok, thanks juga.
Hello, dears. Is this... Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato, as for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busier.
So pretty much business as usual.
Very much so.
Itu masih dia sekarang itu masih dengan ini tidak ada yang berubah. Sejauh ini kamu tidak ada yang berubah dengan Sumeru juga. Aku coba banyak tapi aku menegas setelah tahu kakak adik sulit.
Well, got any more questions?
Ini sekarang masih.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time.
Betul gacha ya ampun. Baru 2 orang yang bilang gacha jadi nggak usah.
I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn.
Aku tersanjing.
Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the... They say it's because Toma's a much better... They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole... It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Miss... As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter... So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. Wonderful.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon.
Of course.
Alright, goodbye for now. We're, great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see you.
Alright then.
Okay.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now.
Very well. Safe travels. Safe travels.
Ya suaranya kayak beda deh. Suaranya nggak cocok dengan karakternya, terlalu lembut suara cowoknya.
Look after you.
If there's anything you wish for.
Nggak ada berarti. Nggak ada hubungan dengan quest. Kayaknya dengan semua ini bisa diomongin. 2 kilo. Tatarasuna apa jangan-jangan kalau mau quest ini harus Tatarasuna juga? Repot dong berarti ya. Ya walaupun interlude sih selingan.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for?
Something? Someone?
Or someone?
Or someone.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the traveler and
Saweria?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said, oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration.
Mekanik sepertinya Dokter masih men-status HP nang beres kacang.
Weren't you gonna ask Saweria something about Tatarasuna?
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today.
Feels
like we've been
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Kalau lebih aku bertanya sesuatu yang lagi.
Sure, go ahead.
Belum pernah dengar tentang kabuki mono.
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna...
Sudah ada kamu lagi. Apabila dia benar-benar sama posturnya bersejarah. Kali dia pasti ingin mengembalikan skala seperti sahabat. Tapi sejauh ini sepertinya kebanyakan perubahan sepatutnya sendiri. Iya.
Of course.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Saweria.
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Oh, udah kata-kata pemainnya. Oh, udah, ya udah.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever, keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there. Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? You can't. Alright, let's head up.
Gemas jarak, iya.
Everyone hold hands.
Ya itu agak kampung wala jauh banget. Hai juga Yukata Nema. Kayak namanya pernah dengar. Halo Yukata. Om lagi manggilnya. Bisa review, kamu review siapa? Boleh aja sih. Tapi aku reviewnya bukan review ke arah meta ya. Aku kalau review lebih ke kalau aku punya karakternya bakal build seperti itu. Dan lebih ke pendapat sih. Cutscene ya cutscene.
It's them.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
You're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to...
We have time. What do you want to talk?
The same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we do...
Mereka berdua sudah pernah mencinta masalah Tatarasuna, coba dengan pendapat mereka. Heavy Wanderer, wow, hantu Wanderer aku belum punya, nggak ngerti. Aku nggak tahu Wanderer gimana. Aku soalnya main Genshin bukan ke ibaratnya bukan ke arah meta gitu. Aku kurang tahu. Dan juga yang nonton lagi dikit. Kalau yang nonton banyak biasanya bakal banyak yang bantuin. Nanti deh, tapi aku coba lihat ya nanti. Setelah cutscene ini, setelah ini.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Kamu minta aku baca sepenuhnya waktu ya.
Oh.
I presume you'll want to read mine.
Males bacanya, pasti ada yang berubah. Isinya sudah berubah. Ada pengaruh sudah mensol. Tapi dia juga bilang kalau dia mengubah namanya. Kalau dia benar berhasil, sudah bisa.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Ina's...
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma.
Wow, so many.
Well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the So there's no ghost story here after.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
856, berarti ini akun baru ya. Coba aku lihat sebentar ya. Nggak usah pakai titik, gak apa-apa. Bunyi apa itu? Bunyi aneh. OSI kata nema. Udah 90 lagi, berarti memang ngincer Wanderer banget nih dari awalnya. Aku nggak tahu Wanderer buildnya kayak apa, tapi dari startnya udah oke sih kayaknya. Udah sempet senjatanya lagi ya udah. Ini berarti penggemar ini banget. Paling artinya arti yang baru nggak sih? Tapi ya masih baru pasti susah dicari. Ini mah HP. Paling goblet deh. Yang aku tahu kan Wawan ini nggak pakai HP kan? Iya udah bagus. Paling cari akte yang baru sih kalau mau. Iya tadi nulis nggak pakai koma, nggak keluar, jadi pakai koma. Nggak, walaupun nggak keluar tapi bisa aku munculin. Karena di chat aku bisa munculin apa? Kalau streamer itu bisa munculin chat yang spam itu bisa dimunculin. Pakai koma, tapi nggak apa-apa. Iya kacamata, jadi betul-betul masuk. Oh iya. Berarti memang dari awal ngincar Wanderer sekali. Ini secara basic aja ya, kalau saya basic ini bagus. 2 bulu kali ya, atau mungkin bulu sama ion deh. Iya sih, aku nggak ngerti, tapi menurut aku bulu sama bunga bisa dicari, bulu sama ion bisa dicari lagi sih. Sekalian aja carinya ke arti baru. Dan nabung dari Saino tuh pas Saino itu 3.2 31 nggak sih? Iya 31. Oh alah. Pantesan wajar dapet lah. Mending senjata dulu deh, senjata sama talent dulu deh, naikin dulu cari arte. Kan udah lumayan bagus nih, 3.1 kan? Iya, pas sama Nilu kan kalau nggak salah. Saino Nilu. 3.2 tuh Nahida. Iya Saino Nilu. Kalau nggak salah. Lupa deh, ya udah. Bener-bener Saino Nilu. Ada suaranya ya. Udah bagus sih menurut aku sih dari startnya sekilas ya, tapi kalau secara bagusnya aku nggak tahu karena belum punya dan nggak tahu dan belum belajar juga. Paling senjatanya dinaikin dia sama talent. Desainnya buang red off main dapet. Oh bagiku di look itu bencana, mending dapat cici kalau aku. Ya, kesel juga sih tapi ya. Nah buat abad sini buang red off di look. Udah. Paling ke akte baru sih yang tadi ya. Nah akte baru tuh di mana tempatnya? Masih sih barang pasir. Ini. Oke. Sini tuh akte barunya. Oke. Ini ke akte baru sih. Tapi secara start udah bagus menurut aku ya. Soalnya aku belum tahu Wanderer tuh kayak misalnya attack-nya berapa, IR-nya berapa, IM-nya make nggak. Aku belum tahu, masih harus belajar. Arte baru dapat dari dapat artis Nilu. Oh iya. Yang kalau nggak salah memang satu lagi itu memang buat belum banget ya, buat Nilu banget. Satu lagi itu buat Sekarang banget tuh. Berarti kasusnya sama kayak ini. Kasusnya sama kayak artinya Ocean sama Has. Yang hasilnya buat itu banget, yang Oceannya buat Kokomi banget.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended ended up chatting and
The balladeer?
Nah, dia juga nggak tahu.
It sounds like some kind of code name.
Seperti kuduga.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Ingat seperti beberapa pun terkait dengan akan menang. Nah, ya berarti pas kerja bahasa ngapus juga sebenarnya dan menghentikannya. Aku sekarang ingat semuanya yang saya hapus sekali lagi aku yang sekali lagi saksi. Ada hal yang terjadi cuman bisa ingat. Kira ngomong sendiri. Kan saya berat hati menyesal soal dan bisa waktu. Karena ada seorang menambah tadi setelah apa dia ada menekan di Indonesia. Setelah juga kejadian itu sebenarnya bahwa dia menganggap kalau dia sudah jika itu ketika kali yang meninggal sudah pulang ke dunia. Tanpa kepercayaan terhadap manusia dan sudah dia menyimpan tentang tahun sampai melatih dia menjadi pemotor agama sampai sudah menjadi dewasa sebagai proses sesi dia yang sekarang. Dia memasuki sudah mengetahui tindakan di balik pengkhianatan dan setelah mengetahuinya kalau sebetulnya maka dia melakukan sebuah pencobaan apa yang kamu lakukan.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could
But how was he even able to do that?
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul,
So, you believe this person really existed?
Yang kita
And we
nggak
just don't
kenal dia karena
remember
dia
him
yang
because...
yes, theoretically speaking,
kita
it
tahu dari
is possible to
siapa
do
yang bisa
this.
melakukan seperti
The
ini.
traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also, so if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining
Sebenarnya
memories
secara
from the
nggak langsung
past that has
ini
been
menjelaskan
written,
kalau Paimon itu
it's
orang
you.
sini,
It's
bukan orang
quite
luar.
incredible when you think about it.
Jadi kalau ada seorang dunia dia mempertahankan ingatan di masa lalu itu seorang itu.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motive.
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given.
Ya, cuma kamu
As
yang
for
ingat.
what kind of person,
Kan kami itu musuh sih. Aku tidak tahu persisnya soal semua ini, jadi aku tidak tahu apa yang melakukan. Aku juga untuk mengenal semuanya atau mengenal seseorang atau dia ingin hapus kewajiban secara total. Seluruhnya bisa diperbaiki secara waktu untuk menyelesaikan ini untuk semuanya. Mungkin begini saja. Tuh izin gak nonton dulu, lagi fokus game kali dia belum kuat. Oh silakan. Singkat pertanyaan ditanyakan oleh spesifik dan keraguanku telah memberikan jawaban kepada. Aku ragu karena aku sudah menyelesaikan perbuatan sendiri. Aku tidak bisa memberitahu soal itu. Aturan yang katakan aku lagi yakin sekali. Jadi kalau semuanya bisa berjalan, tapi aku tidak bisa.
something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
Aku dia menggunakan begini.
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had
Gak
died,
bisa mengubah fakta untuk
right?
meninggal.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna.
Nah kan hilang orangnya. Ya siapa yang hilang?
Friends again. He couldn't keep
Kalau
hating
spoiler jangan
humans
jawab.
after that.
Ini tidak bisa mencuri setelah
If
itu
he
dan dia
thought there was
pikir
a
kalau ada
chance he could
kesempatan
save
lagi
his
dia
old
sembuh.
friends, the story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with
Akunya
Irminsul.
lagi hilang. Oh akunya lagi hilang. Oh alan kan orang hilang. Oh alan ini dia Snato. Tak ngerti siapa.
That
Mataku
power
lagi
then enabled
buram.
him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in
Gua
tragedy
kasih nama
for his
bendera
friends.
kawan. Enggak ngasih namanya bisa ini. Oh ini ya Irfan. Namanya bisa nanti nggak sih? Nggak apa? Aku selesai sekarang.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Ya dia banyak merubah dunia dari skala seperti yang macet tadi bisa hidup. Iya kembali orang-orang yang dicegah agar diselamatkan. Apa yang sebenarnya dia ingin lawan pernyataan hidupnya atau dia memang menginginkan kepada yang tidak pernah ada.
Please wait a moment. found it. This should be the one.
Apa? Balok. Kalau kita punya cara namanya beneran apa? Nggak tahu ya.
It turns out that
Caranya
I have a strange way of
gitu.
What is it? A record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Kamu lihat yang menunjukkan ada informasi sampai dongeng. Orangnya rewel. Siapa rewel?
A fairy tale? Who wrote it?
Sama dengan semua yang aku cerita.
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a...
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's
Wih,
clear that this
semuanya ada
story is an
pelan-pelan
allegory.
kesana.
Hold on. So this record survived from...
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabukimono in other records will have been changed. But changing the information in Irminsul changes that Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a back.
That's incredible!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything.
Bang, apakah bisa kata Wanderer bisa menggunakan 4 pages Wonder? Harusnya bisa, tapi nggak tahu ya, enggak sih. Nggak main Charles Attack dia.
This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the press, but if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us.
Oh yeah. Tuh. Itu lucu.
A lone monster draped in fox fur.
Kayak bukan Genshin banget sih.
Found a family of foxes.
Monster dengan bulu rubah
and they
masuk
became
atau
friends.
yang menekan
The monster lived with the family
kita
day
manusia
and night,
bertiga bersama
and everyone
dan
treated it
semua
as one
mengaku
of their
sebagai
own.
bagian dari mereka.
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it.
Oh, ini berarti monster ini dianggap sebagai baladirnya.
But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten.
Perumpamaannya bagus.
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Namanya kocak apa namanya?
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after.
Oh, jadi oke.
After burying the bird, never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the
Oh,
moon.
berarti si Baladir itu yang kucing
How
ini.
it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world.
Pernah ada kan?
And no one
Apa
can
tuh
know
ditarik?
they
Belum
were
sempat baca.
different.
Ya, bagus. Beda artnya ya.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just is the Balladeer
Oh,
story.
cadangan sepatu simpan.
It is
Sepatu
his wish to
ngecek.
become a god. He was
Ya,
experimented
sedang
on
beberapa
and
kali
modified
dalam
countless
sandang
times.
lupa.
It was
Dia
brutal
bisa
torture,
itu
and the
tadi.
only this memory was
Ingat ini
extracted from
cerita
him by
yang
the scholars.
Presumably
Presumably, they kept it to have sub creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Ermin Soul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui.
Dengan bersama kamera tidak akan ingat dengan HP-nya mereka sendiri. Aku belum pernah merasakan sesuatu seperti yang ke depan sangat berat.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always thick, and that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Mihida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat?
Ya tadi Paimon minta makan mulu deh. Aku dapat item bisa diubah, bisa ubah nama bener. Oh, syukurlah bisa ubah. Takutnya kan dipaksa kan kita bingung, namanya ngasal kan jadi kan, terus nggak bisa diubah. Itu berubah nggak ya namanya waktu kita tekan oh kata harusnya berubah sih. Sama kayak MC kan berubah kan namanya sesuai nama yang kita ketik. Oh bisa ubah ya. Syukurlah kalau bisa ubah.
Good idea.
Kalau misalnya nggak bisa ubah bingung sih. Nah setelah itu aku belum mau ngasih nama sekarang gitu ibaratnya.
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand
Aduh mataku buramnya nggak bisa lihat.
Sure to lift our spirits.
There's a few things I'd like to look into.
It must be real.
Lagi quest di CG, oke. Kemudian aku quest game cardnya nanti deh. Malam deh, kalau misalnya aku live ya. Aku mau quest Archon aja dulu. Nanti kalau misalnya rame mungkin gacha mungkin. Tapi gacha nggak ngincar kondernya, ngincar Kakuzannya sama Candy sama Layla. Intinya ngincar bintang 4 nih. CG trading card game.
We're here. What should we eat first?
Aku selalu punya perasaan seperti ada sesuatu yang hilang, aku lupa ya apa.
Are you gonna answer or what?
Mau cuma lagi pakai sesuatu sebentar. Aduh saatnya comeback main Genshin karena Wawan hadir di Genshin, suka aja sama topinya saat lari atau jalan. Oh, emang selama ini berhenti main sejak kapan ini Raiden Wolf? Sudah deh, sudah juga nggak lama. Ayo dong otak coba bikin lagi sesuatu yang mensulit orang yang mengapa sih sendiri. Kata pengetahuan terlarang tidak. Iya, tidak itu kata bilang tidak ada yang bisa menghapus kepada orang, tidak ada yang bisa menghapus kebadan dirinya sendiri, bukan dia sendiri. Tidak untuk apa dia bisa tekankan yang kasih sebagai resapi. Dia menghapusnya sendiri, bukan kasih manusia sih.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Enggak, aku tak boleh tahu mandi, tidak apa-apa. Ini hal itu yang sangat penting, tidak mungkin berarti bisa menghapus kebadannya sendiri sama menyuruh. Kalau begitu pendayanya apa yang akan jadi ke depannya?
Excuse me, boss. there seems to be a small problem with the last bill.
Lah, jadi di sini.
Here.
Oh, dia jadi kayak orang biasa jadinya. Sudah September 22. September, Oktober, November, Desember 3 bulan nggak main. Berarti Saino nih lu nggak main tuh berarti. Pengen lewat cawetnya ya udah. Cawet tuh apa? Bol.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
Memang pertama kali ngelihat Farzan tuh, tengahnya bolong ya. Yang lainnya kan nggak bolong, bagian tengahnya bolong.
Close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
Drifter bukan traveler bilang.
That's right. We can talk about that later. First,
Wanderer kan tanda kutip ya, karena kan nggak tahu namanya.
Sunsetias, was it?
Kita bisa
I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Aku gacha 60 kali di spam Yanfei bang. Tadi juga siapa tuh gacha berapa kali sampai dapat di 80-an rate off tapi ya. Dia di spam Yanfei juga. Kayaknya Yanfei lagi naik deh rate-nya apa gimana ya. Itu pertama. Terus kedua tadi aku juga gacha akunnya Jamal. Dapat Yanfei-nya sampai C6 tadi, nggak tahu dari C berapa ya. Jadi udah 3 akun, ibarat 3 orang yang gacha Wanderer, dapatnya banyak Yanfei. Terciduknya kayak gitu ya, tulisannya harus kayak gitu ya, translatornya ya. Gue tuh orang tadi kemana? Jauh amat. Ini kan banyak spam Yanfei deh kayaknya. Nanti cocok nih kalau mau Yanfei nih. Kalau mau Yanfei C6 ambilnya di sini. Yanfei ku udah C12 nggak apa-apa, dapat gacha gratis.
This'll do.
Aku kesel juga sih.
He's the balladeer. What are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, all right.
Ini memang diem deh.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take.
Kalau kalau aku tidak lihat dengan mata paus dia pasti dapat sana.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us.
Nah, ciduknya gitu dong. Apa yang mana gitu nutup.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
Kan nanti kamu. Berawal udah C6, wala sampai C11.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me. I have no recollection.
Ini rumit, tapi aku memang kenal kamu.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all.
Bukan
That is
hasil
not
aku
something I
berikan
share with a
orang.
lot of. Look, I'm just a wanderer.
Pengenal saja, tapi mengingatkan sudah berapa spending jemput dia ke kesadaran penting entah
I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
Sama dikasih 2 the bell. Nah, kalau yang akun Jamal tadi yang aku gacain dia banyak dapat the float dia. Kalau senjatanya.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't let.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd...
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you.
Then let's return to the city.
Ini ke kios buah. Oke. Aduh, sampai sendawa banget tuh. Padahal nggak makan.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Beda 70-an ya, belum pulang ya. Nada Azhar belum pulang. Tadi aku gacain akun ya kalah cut off ya. Dia dapat Jin di 70 ya, 70 80-an deh. Tapi besok dapat Wanderer-nya di 50-an. Ya, belum pulang. Coba deh member, nanti menang cut off kok.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up and they need to
Lah,
borrow
kok dia nggak kenal sama kita? Bukannya sudah ada di questnya Nilu ya?
I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
Oh, tapi namanya pedagang. Soalnya yang itu ada namanya deh.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time...
But I don't...
Ini kan dia nggak punya siapa-siapa.
No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me.
Tapi kenapa namanya pedagang? Setahu aku dulu ada NPC bentuknya kayak gitu. Kan ada namanya dulu. Kok cuman pedagang sih? Tuh ada nama-namanya dulu tuh. Loh, jadi nggak canon dong ceritanya. Kalian sudah story questnya Nilu kan ada namanya ini. Apa beda ya? Kayak modelnya sama deh. Oh, dibawa ke tempat Anahida, suasana. Oh, namanya pedagang, ada namanya itu NPC-nya. Maksud diperbaiki sih itu sih biar nggak plot hole jadi. Kecil dengan Nahida nih, Nahida Wanderer-nya nih. Nahida lagi buka apa tuh?
What's wrong?
Kayak komputer ya?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So.
Jadi ya jalan-jalan berfaedah. Kamu bisa juga baca sana deh.
You say that you are trekking across to that to train yourself. Many other Inazumas who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me,
it
sounds like a plant, but these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case...
Inkarnasi sebelumnya.
It ought to be...
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have to ask.
What
was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. You want to tell me,
memberitahuku tapi kan tidak bisa. Ya, aku bukan orang yang terlalu baik dengan sebelumnya. Kamu coba tapi mau pakai memulai dari mana?
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be, but I'll be able to handle it.
Pasti bisa menerimanya.
Please, tell me the truth.
Ini biar sesuai cerita si Wanderernya.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would... You nearly died because of what other people did. And many
Dan
died
banyak orang
because
mati
of you.
gara-gara kamu.
As a
Sebagian orang
non-human being,
berpengaruh.
you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go.
Jangan selalu daripadanya.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world enough.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings
Kami
or
nggak lagi
anything, but
selesai buat
yeah,
protokol,
we
tapi
weren't
kami
your
nggak
biggest
terlalu
fans.
cepat sama. Memang itu tuh musuhan.
If we were enemies,
Gak
why are
bakalan mau
you
dulu.
trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating. This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now
Nah, saya vakum itu karena hanya bosan, dan login saat sudah ada event kembalinya alah, Liben, dan sudah habis vakum lagi, nunggu lagi eventnya. Oh, cuma nunggu Liben tok. Liben kan terakhir yang kemarin sebelum update ini Liben. Ya, bosan memang sih Genshin tuh bosan kalau, tapi nggak sebelum ini nggak terlalu bosan lah. Yang bosan tuh 28 tuh 27. Pokoknya sebelum Sumeru tuh itu yang bosan. Kalau yang ini nggak terlalu bosan lah. Tapi memang harus diakui setiap seminggu sebelum update Genshin tuh memang bosan karena nggak ada yang dikerjain. Tapi harusnya 3.3 ini nggak 3.3 ini nggak terlalu bosan lah karena kan ada apa game kartu gitu, trading card game itu harusnya bisa lah jadi mengobati bosan. Masih update bang lo, PS sih lama download dari nol ya. Kalau PS kan.
He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust.
Yes, it's all true.
Bukan Liben tapi ada satu lagi juga lagi sama Mas Ari. Bukan Liben tapi ada tapi ada itu event tidak aja sama Mas Ari. Oh, login apa sih? Event kembali. Oh iya. Tapi itu cuman berapa sih? Cuman 100 berapa gitu? Gak terlalu banyak gitu ya. Iya tahu. Yang nggak login berapa hari gitu? 15 hari ya? Iya, pernah. Berarti statusnya sama kayak akun yang ketiga aku. Akun ketiga aku nggak aku mainin, cuman pas Liben kemarin aku mainin. Kan karena gampang. Terus katanya boleh aku update 57 besar ya. PS5 ya, 57. Kalau Andika tadi 40 di PS4. Beda size-nya PS4 dengan PS5.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet.
Tidak punya hati dan nama.
And no name.
Tidak ada yang semua untuk
There's nothing in this world for me to cling to.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your unique situation, we'd better keep an eye.
Understood.
Thank you.
Masuk lagi. Masuk dalam ingatan kayak reminiscence drift, keren amat namanya. Domain kalau kenangan sebuah boneka yang mungkin adalah balik itu ya kami difoto, tapi mungkin juga hanya kamu kimono yang pernah lihat itu sudah. Nggak ada rekomen party kan, harusnya di sini ada trialnya Wanderer sih. Harusnya ya. Karena karakternya udah rilis. Kalau karakternya belum rilis nggak ada trialnya.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memory. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just...
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well,
Udah dulu pernah sih, tapi itu juga salah kamu. Jadi sekarang kami cuma sedang
Alright.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer
tempat dimana para teman
this is where
sebagai
the Electro Archon placed you after
punya
your
minat sekali
creation.
di sini.
You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like...
You
Ya
could
seperti itu
see
hasilnya karena
that, in a
enak untuk
sense.
seperti
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of... There's someone passing...
Who are you?
ini malah diri.
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes.
This man is Katsuragi,
Kailangan
deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake,
And the rest is history. Well,
in the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor,
Ya,
disguised as
sebagai
a
mekanik
mechanic.
Balladeer waktu itu masih
The
sebagai
Balladeer,
kabuki malah
then known
bilang
as the Kabuki, as the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
Kind face, oke.
Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nggak usah dilihat. Oh bener ke bawah dong. Trauma dia dengan domain yang kayak Inazuma nih. Apa kayak yang domain Kazuha atau domain apa kan muter-muter lah. Jatuhin enggak usah jatuhin, maksudnya bisa jatuhin sih.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Untuk apa nurunin tangga? Untuk naik lagi, tapi buat apa naik lagi? Kayaknya nggak ada apa-apa deh. Gak ada chest, oh gak ada. Ya terkurung. Lanjut menjelajah, makin ke bawah. Kaget aku, tak kira apa, tak kira ini Dendroculus. Ada suara.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty.
I was abandoned, like you.
Oh ini yang ini ya ampun.
There's nothing for us here.
Yang sakit itu
We
kalau
can't
salah.
stay.
Okay. I
Anak
heard
kecil.
my mom and dad used to make swords, but the
Siapa
factory
yang
manager
dipakai?
died.
Terus papa dia
And
sakit.
he kept coughing all the time, just like me.
But you can't.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever
Nah di sini dia dikhianati
This
pertama.
child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Balladeer didn't know what to
Nggak
call
sebelum
it.
mereka nama
His
kepadanya
father
ya.
died before he... After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw
Dapat
hut
pengalaman
alone.
untuk
Some of the
membesarkannya.
name after leaving Tatarasuna, the Balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a
Tapi
name, just like him.
sama sepertinya mereka jadi
They made
sama.
what happened to the child? He died from his illness
Kalau
while
mereka
he was still
mereka
very
kecil
young.
atau relatif pulang ke malam
Balladeer
kalau dia
came
sudah
home one
bernapas
day
lagi.
and found
Iya
that
ya
he'd
ampun.
stopped breathing.
Ini daunnya kayak darah dong. Seolah-olah.
Hey, what's wrong? Say something. You promised me we could be family. You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the
Let's keep going.
Kaget. Jadi ini cuma kayak nonton aja ya, cuman ada domainnya gitu ya. Kayak gue lupa panggilan ingatan selanjutnya.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting.
Oh iya, itu jadi Sekarang
What
banget.
you are truly
Yang
is
bisa
a
dijalankan dengan
weapon,
kegiatan
one
kuat.
that could be wielded with an iron will, or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Decided by destiny.
I hear everything. Can't see.
Hold the line. Delve into destiny.
Well met. Put your back into it.
Let's nip that in the bud. Form at the forest.
Let me scribe. Fate is upon you.
Break it a sweat. Don't be a killjoy. Just be done. I miscalculated.
Oh, ada ayam. Ngomongin ayam jadi lapar tuh. Oh, tempatnya mencurigakan sekali. Kayak tempat itu deh. Tempat kita ketemu, iya kayak kita diselamatin sama Yaya nggak sih?
Paimon knows this place.
Iya.
In the original version of events, the traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Iya.
Such a creepy atmosphere.
Ini tempat tidak menyenangkan, baru dibilang.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan.
Ini lama nggak dengar suara Signora.
Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get up.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. Being tossed out like trash must make you want to destroy it. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest.
Halo juga Chandra Putra. Namanya baru nih Chandra Putra nih. Main Genshin juga kah?
Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Udah feast dia jadi abu.
Poor little tongue?
She's
playing. Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Oh, mereka tuh maksudnya kita.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come.
Main sih, main. Udah lama kak main. Kalau main berarti harus subscribe biar aman dari cici gitu. Kalau nggak subscribe nanti dapet cici deh.
Yes. Please don't worry about.
Diancam.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right?
Which bener sih penyihir.
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Masih banyak. Takutnya nanti kalau dibunuh kocak-kapannya selesai. IP dulu akunku boleh. Oh dia maksa review juga ibaratnya. Boleh. Berapa UID-nya mau review siapa? Jangan bilang review Wanderer. Aku nggak tahu Wanderer, aku belum punya dan mungkin nggak gacha. Yula sama Cilde. Aduh, Cilde aku nggak ngerti. 804 berarti akun lama. Copy dulu UID-nya. Oke. Nanti habis keluar dari sini.
Considering that Amorta's sage Nafis refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his...
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful...
Oh, kamu sama itu sama ini.
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial...
The biological
Jadi cuma
transformation
dimanfaatkan
is a
terus ya
lengthy
si Sekarang.
process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine.
And nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was... Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became...
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Meski ya masih typo, udah berapa tahun masih typo questnya gimana? However, meski kamu menggunakan sekali, tapi tidak berarti kamu bisa dihancurkan.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
Dia dalam.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Nggak perjalanan keren tuh. Nanti habis dari domain ini belum bisa keluar kan soalnya. Masuk ke sini.
Do you think I'm evil?
Apa kamu sampai jahat?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you.
Berarti ya kamu jahat.
You are evil.
Kalau kamu menerima kalau dia itu kamu dan kamu seharusnya
In your eyes, are there any differences between...
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations?
Kalau tidak,
if not, then what are the differences
kamu
between
pikir ada
humans and
perbedaan
puppets?
antara dirimu dengan saat ini dengan
Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle
ya,
of life.
lagi-lagi harusnya boneka alias bukan manusia tidak punya perasaan sama kayak di game Detroit kan. Harusnya kan robot tidak punya perasaan.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. With each as a puppet living in a human world, my life is...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation.
Iya.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the... But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Dan aku akhirnya sadar kalau menebus semua dosaku yang telah dilupakan mungkin bisa menjadi kesempatan untuk menjadi diriku sendiri. Penyebab sesungguhnya kalau mereka terbatas seorang tidak bisa sendiri perlu yang sudah ada orang ini bukan itu nantikannya. Pada seseorang juga adalah bagian terbesar dari mereka.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people.
Banyak sebagian.
But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my...
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Oh, itu yang catatan tadi, buku dongeng yang tadi dibalikin. Dibacain ibaratnya.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasu will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
Weekly. Tiba-tiba weekly nggak tuh? Ribet lagi. Okay. Kenapa nggak coba diganti? Terus di dalamnya siapa berarti kalau nggak ada itu ya? Sini bagus belok kayak itu. Slow motionnya bagus. Keren.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Merah biru. Oh, tapi dibelokin. Di sini dia dapat vision. Kayaknya ada ini nggak menciptakan dia dapat vision karena sebelum tadi kan dia belum ada vision dia. Tapi kenapa aneh mau? Kok jangan-jangan dia punya tapi nggak dipakai? Dai kan. Ya kalau ada trialnya sekarang mus kan. Sekarang musuh di depan.
Insignificant square fury. That's far enough.
Kok jadi menarik sih kayaknya sekarang musuh jadi kepengen. Tapi nggak ada damage-nya ya karena quest.
At my command, you shall fall.
Yang naim tetap apa ya? Oh, terus pasif dari ini kan? Oh, R1 nggak sih? Mati sekarang musuh. R1 maju. Oke. R2 nya turun. Mati tapi. Gak bisa pakai. Oh, tapi nggak dibikin nggak bisa mati ya. Nggak bisa lebih tinggi ya? Apa cuman segitu doang ketinggian? Iya, nggak usah mati. Oh, mencet X di hall. Tapi setelah itu nggak bisa itu, oke. Nah, nyoba juga sih. Tapi kalau dihitung ini udah mati 2 kali. Oh, menarik gameplaynya. Ini critical terus berapa sih? 76 pantas. Revelation level Arcane Wisdom.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
Apa tuh? Betul, kalau bisa kok review sambil questnya nggak bisa. Pakai shortcut huruf, klik huruf O. Oh ya, main DPS ya, nggak tahu sih shortcutnya. Enggak, aku mainnya di laptop. Tapi kan kalau di ini kan Genshin kan dia nggak bisa dual input. Jadi misalnya kita pakai stick, keyboardnya nggak kepake kecuali buat ngetik.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely right. But it was you inside that thing too.
Ini kamu lagi sama apa anda?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else.
Begitu, asal kamu bisa akan mengejarmu. Masih ngakonnya lucu aja ngakon tuh. Masih.
Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream.
Come on.
Aku tahu tapi bukan diriku. Aku tahu tapi bukan aku gitu. Kayak jelly. Kayak slime gitu ya. Lanjut gameplay mungkin nanti malam. Kalau misalnya live lagi. Jam 7 mungkin atau sebelum jam 7.
Balladier? It feels like we just went on a really long.
You don't like being addressed by that?
It's fine. But I was just
Kamu
thinking.
tidak mau beranak balik lagi.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using it. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile,
But
but it wasn't completely meaningless.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and under changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladier is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
Kalau dari segi desain memang aku lebih suka yang desainnya Wanderer sih daripada yang di Balladier. Sekarang musiknya lebih bagus yang Wanderer ya.
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul.
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan, but before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so, oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best help.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way, Traveler. In the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happens before and after that point? I will try.
Traveler.
Wanderer, traveler, sama-sama pengembara juga sih.
After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to
Kenapa
Inazuma?
apa yang kamu ubah?
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor, and I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
Buat aku merasa memeras.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. Some things in this world can never be brought back. And everything that you feel is real and lasting. And whatever is meant to be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to...
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day...
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Semoga aku bisa bersama dengan Aida. Ini kayak kata adik jadinya, dari belakang angle-nya begini.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important...
Kan dia kabur.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Biar aku bantu kantor kekecewaan. Apa ini mencurigakan nih angle-angle-nya?
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose
Ngasih namanya di sini ya.
Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Kamu kasih temukan.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Kok aku nembak aku semua jadinya? Ini kasih namanya.
Have you got anything?
Belum. Apa nih? Oh ini syaratannya, SK-nya, saya ketentuan. Kamu bisa menggunakan nama untuk dengan sangat quest akan betul apa ada tekan sebagian nama mungkin tidak akan bisa digunakan kebutuhan ini. Setelah mengganti nama, sebagian tampilan dalam game akan dimuncul berdasarkan nama yang sudah dibentukkan oleh Anda sendiri. Cuma pengganti nama terbatas, mohon pertimbangkan dengan sama. Terbatas berarti bisa ya. Atau lakukan penggantian nama untuk ketika iya juga penggunaan untuk menulis ada atau dalam bahasa atau bisa sama juga dapat menggunakan fungsi laporan untuk menjalankan sukarelawan ya tak terbatas bisa ganti nama lagi, tapi aku lagi nggak pengen ganti sekarang. Aku lagi nggak pengen ganti sekarang. Ini bisa diubah lagi kan harusnya kan? Males ngubah. Belum kepikiran. Aku pertimbangkan lagi ya, kelas ini lumayan. Ini bisa diubah nggak nanti? Udahlah, biarlah. Aku belum kepikiran mau ngubah nama.
Oh, alright. If you...
There. Now you have it.
What about a nickname? Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatu?
The doctor.
Minimal itu dokter. Dia benci sama dokter aja.
I believe your future path will change accordingly, but it won't be immediate.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokudens. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it all... What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. Goodbye, wise deity.
Wise deity.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to...
Yeah, true. But even so,
Ya bukan yang dulu betul. Gak seberandalan kayak dulu. Jalannya kali ikut, tapi kenapa juga semua coba.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon,
thank you both.
I hope you will find somewhere nice to... Oke. Selesai akhirnya. Berarti di akhir dengan ini ya, apa? Kasih nama. Lo item. Oh, loading. Gelap kan.
I've got it. I can end my novel with some work.
You mean because everyone else in...
Yeah. I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night, all these expressions of joy
bagus nih buat wallpaper nih.
And turned into red clouds that rallied around the final. Life is a story too long to be told.
Nggak dengar ceritanya, ngamut. Kembali ke tempat istirahat. Oh masih, kayak udah selesai. Masih ada closingannya. 16 28 ya. Habis ini gacha sebentar deh. Kalau nabung PT juga sih. Ke hotel kita. Atau gak jadi review, aku tinggal nih. Oh iya lupa ya ampun, ingetin dong. Padahal aku udah ngopi UID-nya. Coba aku cepetin deh. Tapi masih ingat aja ya. Waktu itu tinggal sih memang cuma mengajar capasnya. Tapi kejadiannya juga hilang dong. Udah dia mengupload kebenaran aja mau bodohnya, tapi kenapa sih harus pecah?
You sound lost and confused.
Nih, suara siapa nih tiba-tiba?
I know why you are troubled. Any who... Huh? Is there someone here? Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, look like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it... History does not change easily, but human hearts can.
The voices disappeared, and who the heck was that?
Percaya dengan mataku, maksudnya aku percaya dengan ingatanku.
Anyway, that face is still lying there, bro. Feels wrong just leaving it there.
Ini cepetan. Ya guys, apa ya masih menunggu masa depan. Fontaine masih ada, Notlan dan kawan-kawannya. Jadi siapa tadi ya? Pagi bang, pagi Anang. Apa tuh? Oh itu untuk ganti nama ya. Sekarang OTW. Oh belum dapet sekarangnya. Kenapa belum dapet? Masih kurang Primogem ya kah? Yula sama Cilde. Cilde aku nggak pakai, nggak ngerti. Kalau Yula mah gampang. Dia mah udah jadi. Paling kurang IR sedikit tapi ya oke lah. Snowtom ya Snowtom aja sih, nggak usah. Apa tuh senjatanya Yula tuh ya? Apa sih yang bintang 5 itu loh, lupa aku namanya apa. Oke, bunga bagus tapi kalau IM-nya ganti IR bagus deh. Bulu masih oke, nggak apa-apa. Paling Ion deh. Physical oke, nggak apa-apa. Ion Circle. SOBP Naya itu SOBP, nggak usah SOBP juga sih. Udahlah pakai Snowtom aja gitu. Kalau aku ya mending buat nabung yang lain gitu, Primogem-nya. Tapi kalau Sultan lain lagi cepat. Sekarang udah dapet tapi belum ku ganti. Oh. Oke. Jadi yang tadi yang menurut aku diubah tadi apa ya? Ion sama ini. Nah ini lebih kurang sama kayak Yula aku nih. Kalau mau 4 file flame bisa, tapi jelek. Itu substatnya jelek. Tapi jadinya aku pakai ini 2 file flame sama 2 bloodstain. Nyari 4 set file flame agak susah memang. Tapi ada cut-cutnya ya di sini, cut-cutnya pas. Udah pas sih, kalau bagi aku sih ini udah pas sih. Paling kalau mau cari lagi ya ke file flame lagi. Kalau dari secara start ya oke sih. Tinggal tambahin IR. Dan nabung pitil 68 promonya malah habis ya. Nah, namanya masih ada event dan segala macam, harusnya masih bisa lah dapet sekarang musiknya. Kalau Cilde aku nggak ngerti Cilde itu karena nggak bisa main pakai Cilde. Polar oke. HUD 4 HUD kan nomor 1 ya oke. Dari bunga dulu. Untung retron aja ya udah pasti dapet lah kalau retron. Oke itu bagus. Lumayan. Ya gobletnya sayang sih. Gobletnya doang sih menurut aku yang bisa dicari lagi. Tapi itu lumayan deh. Tapi cari apa lagi ya gobletnya? Attack ya maybe ya. Iya cari attack sih. Cari substat attack ya sih di gobletnya. Tapi naik 2 kali, sekali 3 kali, 2 kali gitu. 2 naik 2, naik 1, naik 2 iya. Oh ya buang bisa di up lagi enggak? Oh, bawang, kak buang. Oh ya bawang bisa di up lagi enggak? Gak tahu ya, aku nggak coba. Aku belum sampai mentok sih. Iya, kalau dari Cildanya paling ganti goblet, ionnya sih, bener goblet sih. Gobletnya kurang bagus substatnya menurut aku ya, karena aku nggak punya Cilde. Kalau Yula paling circle sama ion. Iya, circle sama ion. Walaupun dari secara stat udah enak, udah pas-pas aja, udah cocok aja. Menurutku begitu ya. Nggak apa, kalau aku udah punya kayak gitu paling nggak arte lagi, nggak cari arte lagi, paling cari artenya kalau lagi gabut aja atau lagi kebanyakan prime aja baru cari arte. Ini akun utama kan, iya sama gitu, sama Yula aku juga begitu mah segini cuma R2. Oh ininya aku yang diganti ya kemarin ya. Pokoknya aku pakai itu dua file flame, 2 ini aja, blood stem aja. Gitu. Bawang. Karena yang dapat menjadikan nama baru seseorang setelah nama baru nama tidak dipakai lagi. Oh bisa diganti sekali ya, berarti cuma bisa ganti sekali nama. Sudah menjadikan nama baru bisa diganti lagi. Item untuk nukar namanya cuma sekali. Oke. Jam 4:30. Ambil dari sini dulu. Begitu menurut aku Chandra Putra. Yula udah oke sih, tapi Yula lagi nggak meta kan, lagi nggak gitu kepake nggak sih? R2 lagi turun. Kalau R2 itu buat maju ngabisin baterai, jatuh. Jet ice untuk tinggi, ngabisin bensin nggak tuh? Bener ya, mirip kayak apa? Kayak siapa? Oh dia kalau turun dia cooldownnya reset ya, oke. Sama kayak Yoimiya. Nah, tapi pas dia sebelum dia jatuh dia bakalan ini. Nah, baru pas turun baru cooldownnya kehitung ya. Oke. Berarti ibaratnya nggak bisa habis terbang terus langsung terbang lagi, nggak bisa. Injek. Oh gitu. Berarti nggak bisa pakai apa? Nggak bisa pakai apa sakri, nggak bisa nih berarti. Apa bisa nggak tahu ya, belum nggak punya sih. Jadi masih suara message, suara siapa kira-kira? Nah itu mah gebuk-gebuk doang mainnya.
Let the show be.
Coming through. Attaboy. Can't catch me. Who wants some of this?
Musuhnya nggak ada yang dikasih ini, dikasih villager pakai Dendro Shield itu, karena nggak bisa pakai itu ya. Kalau udah pakai sekarang ya, waduh repotin dong. Apa tuh, aku update Genshin pakai wifi pabrik 5 menit selesai. Pabrik, oh numpang, wah ya speednya berapa? Emerald skinnya buat kayak bisa narik gitu ya.
We'll see about that.
Oh sama itu dipasangin, oke.
Too late for regrets. Gears of the storm. We'll see about that.
Ngebut amat 100 fps 5 menit. Genshin di mana? Genshin, maksudnya Genshin di apa? Di HP kah? Soalnya aku 50 Mbps nggak apa ya, sekitar sejam 2 jam deh. Oh di HP mah kecil 1 gigaan. Oh di HP wajar. Kalau di HP aku sekitar 10 menitan lah, 50 Mbps soalnya. Enak ya kalau speed internet tuh secepat itu ya, enak ya. Itu pakai wifi kan? Coba kalau misalnya disambung pakai kabelan ke HP, tambah ngebut lagi kali, tambah lebih cepat lagi kali. Soalnya aku kemarin download yang di HP tuh pakai kabelan ke HP, jadi full 50 Mbps.
No
freeze. Charge! Everyone on me!
Submit. As a dutiful maid would.
Malah paling enak pakai. Iya bang, kadang buat download anime, jahat ya. Maksud itu numpang ya. Tahu nggak orang pabrik itu numpang. Oh udah. Iya, langsung MPS. Tahu lah aku pakai ID. Oh, ada loginnya gitu ya, berarti ya. Nah, itu kan fasilitas kantor ibaratnya, fasilitas tempat kerja. Sayang kalau tidak dimanfaatkan ya. Yang punya sendirian, selalu sendirian Senpin. Yuk gacha yuk. Sebelum aku closing end stream, gacha dulu sebentar deh. Sampai dapat Faruzan aja. Kalau dapat stop, kalau nggak dapat ya sampai habis berarti. Oke, bikin enggak usah. Gak jadi nonton, sedih. Lagi pada main semua berarti. Udah penuh semua sih. Iya. Semua karakter yang aku punya udah full semua prinsipnya. Berarti harus punya karakter baru. Dan oh oke. Apa itu? Sesuatu yang baru ya. Harus membeli. Oh jadi 6. Sebenarnya cuma 3. Oke. Dan aku belum baca apa aja yang baru di 3.3. Gacha, tapi aku nggak ngincar wanderernya, ngincar Faruzannya aja. PT 35 dipastiin dulu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Iya, 15 ding. 35. PT 15 cut off, dapatnya siapa? Ngincar Faruzannya aja. Jadi lanjut. Tapi nggak ada nonton. Dapatnya adalah Faruzan, bukan si Dogi. Ya udahlah. 25 35. Dapatnya adalah lo di spam Yanfe juga sama, sekarang di spam Dogi lagi. Mau 35 45. Yo dapat dong, tapi dapat apa? Kok nggak ngincer wanderer? Tapi ya udahlah. Salah deh, susah sih Faruzan. Iya bener susah. Tapi tadi aku gacen punyanya Jamal dapat 3 dia. Iya dapat 3 alias C2. Ini dapat di 350-an, dapat siapa nggak tahu sih. Enak asli wanderer. Iya tadi pas nyoba di trialnya di akun quest sama trial di event kayaknya menarik buat dicoba. Nah kira dapat dah, emang disuruh stop sih. Dapat bintang 5, dapat Faruzan juga. Tapi aku nggak ngincar wanderernya. Kalau dapat syukur, kalau nggak ya udah. Dapat 2 lagi. Si merah enggak, Mona kok. Nggak apa-apa, Mona masih suka. Mona kan bintang 5 pertama aku standar. Apa di look ya Mona sih? Ya, oke lah. Tidak menyedihkan ya. WKWK. Beda kan keselnya kalau dapat ini kalau dapat di look, kalau dapat ini mah nggak apa-apa. Masih kepake kok. Itu jadinya red on kan gitu. Dia Faruzan juga dapat kok. Kan tujuan aku Faruzan. Wah, enak banget. Tapi aku nggak tertarik. Mungkin di akun kedua kali ya. Nah, bapak aku ini gacain. Soalnya akun kedua juga red off sih, tapi red off 35 kalau nggak salah. Oh dia nggak scarab ya, tapi kenapa itunya scarab ya? Oke. Tadi memang pasti trialnya sekarang tuh Wanderer enak memang. Tapi aku baru sadar setelah ya cooldownnya tuh nggak jalan, setelah kita turun baru cooldownnya jalan. Kayak sembarang dulu aja sih. Enggak, maksudnya Wena kalah cut off lagi. Oh, Wena kalah cut off lagi. Oh sial. Oh maksudnya dia ngetawain kalah cut off lagi. Oh, mentang-mentang dia menang cut off 2 kali ya. Jahat ya. Kayak asal aja sih kalau awal, yang penting ada artinya aja. 6 detik total terbangnya. 6 detik ya. Aku kira bisa langsung terbang lagi tuh, enggak ya. Tapi terlalu OP sih kalau misalnya bisa terbang lagi. Ketret dong kalau ada ketret. Sini ketret sih. Gak ada, enggak ada. Hehehehehe kan. Tapi nggak apa-apa Mona. Nggak terlalu menyakitkan lah. Memang aku nggak ngincer under. Nah jadi bisa diganti tipotnya. Setidaknya kan ada karakter baru. Udah full semua soal friendshipnya. Tapi tetap Candy sama lain-lainnya nggak dapet. Berarti tadi total dapat Yanfei-nya. Dapat gorongnya 2, Yanfei 2. Ini ya 1 Frozen 1, Frozen 2. 2. Ya biasa. Gimana caranya? L3 sini. Jangan kecing, biarin di situ, tanari dia buang. Terus taruh Zan gitu. Jadi buat ngumpulin ini apa? Name card. Gacha Frozen cuma buat hiasan tipot, betul. Iya, buat koleksi aja. Gak semua karakter itu buat spiral, enggak. Ada beberapa karakter tuh cuma buat koleksi. Nggak tahu ya, kalau Frozen kayaknya buat koleksi juga sih, bukan buat spiral lah ibarat. Nah, berarti ini bisa digini dong. Sebelum end stream, tapi nanti mungkin aku lanjut stream lagi nih, tapi jam 7 kurang. Buat apa? Game cardnya. Hehehe. Harusnya Wena kalah cut off lagi, tapi bener loh, kalah cut off 3 kali loh. 3 kali loh, Jamal menang cut off 2 kali. Jahat sih. Siapa nggak pakai, siapa yang mau sih nggak gitu kepake jadinya.
Sure, I'll hang out with you.
Bisa kesini. Oh aku lupa juga bikinnya. Nah itu gameplaynya seru nanti malam. Oh ya kak, iya makanya gameplay itu seru malam-malam. Siang-siang mah kerja kantor apa gimana gitu ya, tapi kan gameplay itu kan jamnya malam bukan siang. Ternyata gini tuh rasanya kalau red off. Enak kan kalau red off kan. Gitu kalau red off. Akhirnya Anda merasakan juga. Kalau ini rambutnya mekar ya. nggak turun tapi mekar ke samping ya. Ini cepetnya tinggal sisa habis ya premojemnya ya. Oh enggak, bisa, iya bisa 10 kali lagi. Star glitter kan 26, berarti bisa 15 kali lagi kalau mau diincar, tapi enggak. Yaudah kalau gitu aku stop streaming dulu, makasih udah nonton, sampai jumpa lagi nanti jam 7-an kalau jadi live ya. Mungkin jam 7 kurang sih. Ya 18.30-an lah. Yang game card lanjut ke sana sih. Ayo coba game card. Oke. Bye-bye juga Jamal, sama tidur sama Wondernya. Yaudah, makasih semua yang nonton. Masih dapat dan nonton, sampai jumpa lagi nanti malam jam 7 kurang. Kayaknya Frozen ini bakal ribut ya. Yaudah, makasih nonton, sampai jumpa lagi nanti ya. Mana chatnya? Oke, yaudah. Dadah, tutup. ALT 0 lupa ditekan. Oh iya. Jangan lupa mandi, sholat, nggak mau sholat, yang sholat, makan, cuci kaki, mandi jangan lupa, jangan males mandi. Yaudah, kalau itu stop streaming. Makasih dapat nontonin. Stop streaming 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dadah.